What if the Republican leadership here in Washington had bothered to learn the lessons of the 2016 election?
It'd be the first time any political party in history did that?
I'm deeply grateful for the opportunities America has given me, but the giant American corporations who control our economy don't seem to feel the same way.
By the way, these aren't his words. He's quoting Senator Elizabeth Warren. Keep that in mind.
They certainly don't act like it. Sure, these companies wave the flag, but they have no loyalty or allegiance to America. These, quote, American companies show only one real loyalty: to the short-term interests of their shareholders, a third of whom are foreign investors. Politicians love to say they care about American jobs, but for decades, those same politicians have cited free market principles and refused to intervene in markets on behalf of American workers. And of course, they ignore those same supposed principles and intervene regularly to protect the interests of multinational corporations and international capital. The result? Millions of good jobs lost overseas and a generation of stagnant wages.
You get the idea. I don't think we have to go through the rest of it.
Now, let's say you regularly vote Republican. Ask yourself, what part of the statement you just heard did you disagree with?
Well, how much time do we have? But then, I don't vote Republican, so I won't give the same answer as a brain-damaged pine weevil.
Nobody you voted for said that, or would ever say it.
Good.
They wouldn't dare to do that. It might violate some principle of Austrian economics.
And that's a good thing? What about violating the Constitution? Taxes are supposed to be there for the general welfare, not protectionism.
It might alienate the libertarian ideologues who, to this day, fund most Republican campaigns.
Oh, Tucker. Wait. Oh, you're being serious.
It's just pure old-fashioned economics. How to preserve good-paying American jobs.
No, it's about destroying American jobs and others and making the products we buy more expensive. At least, that's how it sounds to anybody who's economically literate.
Many of Warren's policy prescriptions make obvious sense. She says the U.S. government should buy American products when it can. And of course it should. The companies get rich, and American taxpayers have subsidized the creation of low-wage foreign jobs. End quote. And so on. She sounds like Donald Trump at his best.
You and I have completely different concepts of what the word best means.
Imagine a politician who wanted to make your health care cheaper, but wasn't ghoulishly excited about partial birth abortion. Imagine someone who genuinely respected the nuclear family and sympathized with the culture of rural America, but at the same time was willing to take your side against rapacious credit card companies bleeding you dry at 35% interest. Would you vote for someone like that?
No, I'd probably show up at his house with torches and pitchforks.
My gosh, of course you would. Who wouldn't?
Seriously?
Our leadership class remains resolutely libertarian.
Oh, wait, you're being serious again. Can you give me one example of a libertarian policy they've passed in the last, I don't know, ever?
Committed to the rhetoric of markets when it serves them, utterly libertine on questions of culture.
Tucker, it's called not thinking it's right to intrude on peaceful voluntary interactions.
Republicans will lecture you about how payday loan scams are a critical part of our market economy. Then they'll work to make it easier for your kids to smoke weed because, hey, freedom! Until the Mexican government stops pushing illegal aliens north over our border, we will impose tariffs on all Mexican goods that we import. Now, that's the kind of thing you might propose to protect your country if you cared about your people.
If you were a complete moron who's 200 years behind on his economics, maybe. If you knew anything at all about David Ricardo and the law of comparative advantage, you'd see through that crap in about a millisecond. And yet Tucker, who's a big figure in today's right, and Warren, who's a big figure in today's left, are united in their opposition to everything economics has learned over 2 centuries. They both want to take us back to the time of the mercantilists. Sorry, but we've just seen again how there isn't a lick of difference between statists on the left and statists on the right. Hey, thanks for watching. Please hit like and subscribe and keep these videos coming by donating, becoming a subscriber and getting special benefits, or even for free with airtime. And check out all the great content here, like this video selected just for you.